Test, 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 test.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Mike, raise your hand.
What's going on with y'all brothers, man? Y'all got any questions? Any questions off the top? Y'all just got thinking about?
So my
Yeah, just make you say something in the mic. Make sure it works.
hello?
Is it on?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it on now?
Mic one. Oh, y'all can hear me?
Say something now.
Hola.
Mic check 1 2.
Mic check 1 2.
You sure it's on?
Mic check. Mic check.
His lowest part. Say something now.
Mic check. Oh, there we go. So my cousin was talking about Aaron's breastplate, and yeah,
What was his question about it?
basically he was saying that it was a form of like crystal, like gemstone. I don't know how to really explain it.
He had a question about it, or he was just describing what it looked like?
Yeah, he just said it because of something I had posted on Facebook.
What'd you post?
It was saying that crystals and chakras and stuff aren't going to protect you from Satan.
Okay, so
It's gonna
he
bring
taking Aaron having like a a dope ass armor, some dope ass armor on to say, oh, see, he got the crystals on him. You understand? When that's just physical protection. You understand? People in this society, they use those, thinking about chakras and those crystals, thinking that that's their power. That's who they serve. That's who they pray to. That's not the same thing. You know what I mean? So that ain't really
Okay.
You know what I mean? That ain't really no battle there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, Kevin? Just make sure you get the mic if you got a question, right?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We live. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, Yahweh, Shema, Bashar, Brakathum. Shout out to brothers. Yahweh, Shema, the thumb, Shema, shout out to sisters. You know what I'm saying? It's ISUBK, Durham, North Carolina, Tuesday night Brotherhood class. Priest and Officer Mahayar holding it down. You know what I'm saying? To Officer Yar Mock. You understand? Comes up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get right into it, man. So, but go ahead, brother.
Hear me now?
Can I hear you loud and clear?
Yes, sir. I had a question about Yahweh being Yahweh. You familiar with who that is? I was researching a little bit of who he was. And Officer Zion also told me about a guy named Abba Bivens. I think he taught Commander General Yohana. I believe that was his teacher who taught him. Is there a connection between like the general, the ISUPK, and Yahweh ben Yahweh, or is it just Abba Bivens? Is there a connection between y'all and him, or do y'all affiliate with him, or did he teach the general, or?
Are you saying as of now does he teach the general?
Yeah, the Yahweh ben Yahweh, the guy that passed away.
Well, I mean, if he passed away, then of course he ain't teaching the generals, but no.
Right. So y'all not affiliated with just under Abba Bivens.
No, as of now, as you may see the videos.
Mhm.
I know you said you heard from Officer Zion, so the ISUBK is not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group, no other organization, group, or camp.
Okay. So I was just trying to figure out. Like, I didn't know too much about him, but I just keep hearing his name being thrown around. Yahweh ben Yahweh.
Oh yeah, no, that's no sweat. You gonna hear a lot of names be thrown around, but a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? It's no sweat.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to know a little bit about him. So that was my question.
I ain't got no no history on him that I can break down to you and tell you. You know what I mean? You have to go to another brother about that. You know what I mean? Any more questions? Any more questions anybody might have before we get into a topic? No, not at all.
Oh, yeah.
What's up? What's up, Kelly?
Why don't you guys wear the fringes on the shirt?
Why don't we wear our fringes on a shirt?
Mhm.
That's a good question. Let's go to Numbers. Go to Numbers, the 15th chapter, right? Or the book of Numbers, the 15th chapter, right? We don't wear the fringes on the shirt in short because your t-shirt is an undergarment. It's not an outer garment, right? And scripture said that it's supposed to have a border of blue, right? On your outermost garment. So go to I believe it's Numbers, the 15th chapter. Let's see. Hey GP, you can take the YouTube. Make sure the volume is good. They hear me good. Okay, most time. Okay. 15th chapter. I think it's like. Mm-hmm. The 38th verse, right? Most High in Christ. Yep. So one of y'all brothers, y'all got a Bible? Yeah. All right. Got some strong voices in here. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Somebody grab that mic, read it from the top, man. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you say the book you in, the chapter, and the verse, so that the people will know where you at, right?
This is Numbers chapter
15.
Yeah. Make sure I'm in the right chapter.
Mm-hmm.
This is Numbers chapter 15 and 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
Speaking to the children of who?
Of Israel.
You understand? You can use your outside door voice in here. You understand? We ain't like the Christian church. You ain't gotta be quiet and whisper, telling secrets and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You can exude the masculinity that you feel within inside yourself, right? You understand? Use your outdoor voice. You know what I'm saying? And here you are freely allowed and is promoted to be a man here, right? You know what I'm saying? So read that from the top. Give me some power.
This is Numbers 15 and 38.
Mm-hmm.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Speaking to the children of who?
Israel.
The children of Israel. Who is Israel? So the children of Israel. Anybody know who Israel is? That's who? Damn right. Get them brothers a hand. They on point. You know what I'm saying? Israel, the 12 tribes, man. We come from our forefather Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, right? When he wrestled with the angel in his dream. You understand? Which means prince of the power. You understand? He had 12 sons that came from 4 women who became the progenitor, you understand, of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Right? So read it from the top.
This is Numbers 15 and 38.
Mm-hmm.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
No, speak unto everyone.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
So this is letting us know what? This is giving us context, letting us know who exactly this pertains to. You understand? This is a beautiful thing about the Bible. It makes it very clear what these scriptures and who these scriptures is talking about, right?
You
understand? So this is talking to the children of Israel. It says, speak unto the children of Israel, not unto the heathen, not unto any other nation. This only pertains to the Israelites, right? So read on.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Wait, read that one more time. And bid them what?
And bid them that they make them fringes.
That they make them what?
Make them fringes.
You understand? What are fringes?
Tassels on the.
You understand?
Tassel.
Y'all see fringes in these pictures. Y'all see fringes on these brothers. You understand? It says bid them that they make them fringes on the what? You know what I'm saying? On what part?
On the borders of our garments.
On the what part? What's that
borders.
word? The border. You understand? On the borders on your garment, man. You understand? A t-shirt is not an outer part of your garment. You understand? When you go into the scriptures and you read about the priests and their attire, you understand? They didn't wear a t-shirt. Wasn't what we wore to camp. Wasn't what we wore, out and about. Most of the time, brothers had on. No, I'm talking water. If I could just get a water bottle, if we got some more, right? Most of the time, brothers had on garments like Christ. Yeah. You reading about Christ in Revelation, said he had a garment down to the foot, right? That ain't no t-shirt.
Not at all.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
When you see other camps and other groups, that's your sis. You understand? When you see other camps and other groups, and they have them t-shirts on with the fringes on it, It's because of lack of understanding. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the bottom of a t-shirt, it's not a border, right?
Okay.
It's not a border at all. That the bottom of that t-shirt, it curves. You understand? A border is what? It's the edge of something, the crease. You understand? That's why you see it goes along the seam, the line of our pants where two, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
parts of
where
the
two
material
lines.
meet, right? And they have to sew it together.
Mhm.
That's the border, right?
Okay.
You understand? So you don't want to have fringes on your t-shirts. You understand? Let's leave the fringes on the t-shirts to, little girls that,
Gotcha,
have
gotcha,
wear like
gotcha.
tutus and stuff. Let them do that, right? Real men in the Lord, we wear our fringes on the outermost, border of our garments, right? But we don't.
It make them fringes in the borders of their garments
Uh-huh.
throughout their generations.
Throughout their what?
Generations.
Meaning, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what's going on, big priest? We got one right there.
Salagi. Also, if I could, I know in America and today we think of t-shirts as as an outer garment, like you say, when really a t-shirt is informal, which is why if you got to go before the judge, you wouldn't think to wear a t-shirt because a judge might take that as disrespectful. You understand? When you go before the judge, you facing serious charges. You got to put on a garment, whether it's America's garment, which would be a suit, a suit with a tie on, so on and so forth. But a t-shirt is not something that you will wear as outerwear, which is also, you understand, a garment is something that's formal. It's not informal, like a t-shirt. You understand?
Not the water, man. That's heavy. You know what I mean? So nobody. We remember being in the world. You better go to court. You like, man, I gotta give me a button up. Gotta go rent me a suit or something, man. I gotta look good. You go in there with a wrinkly t-shirt on, a dingy white tee. You like, man, it's over. I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
You understand? You already know, right? But read on.
And that they put on the fringe
Hmm?
of the borders of a ribbon of blue.
Hey, what?
A ribbon of blue.
So this is going into, you know what I'm saying? This is being very descriptive, right? You know what I'm saying? So not only do we have to have fringes, but along those fringes, there's a border of blue. You understand? And let's read on to see why it's so important that we wear these fringes, right?
And it shall be unto you for a fringe,
Mm-hmm.
that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments.
And remember what?
Remember all the commandments.
No, just some of them.
All the commandments.
You know what's funny about remembering all the commandments? You got some groups that don't even follow all the commandments,
Right.
but they wear fringes. When the scripture is saying what? That you wear the fringes to remember. Read it again, because it might have said just a few commandments. I think it said a few. Read it one more time.
And remember all the commandments of the Lord.
Remember how many?
All the commandments
No,
of the
just
Lord.
the Big 10.
All the commandments.
Matter of fact, forget those Big 10.
All the
You
commandments.
understand what I'm saying? All the commandments, man. It's right here. It's in the book. We ain't making this up. You understand? The scriptures say, remember all the commandments. So if you're wearing the fringes and you're not following all the commandments, then what does that mean, man?
Yeah, you're not following the law.
Man, you're not following the law, man. You understand? You can't half-ass follow the Lord, man. That's not how it works.
Be a Christian again.
You understand? We'll say it one more time.
Might as well be a Christian.
Hey, look, I love the comments, but just make sure you raise your hand, right?
Gotcha.
You understand? We keep some decorum, keep some, you know what I'm saying, beautiful discipline up in here. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely do appreciate that comment, because you're damn right, they are Christians. You understand? Because Christians will say, I don't eat pork. You know what I'm saying? But you sleeping, with all the women in the church.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You're doing all of those types of wicked things, right? But read on, it's a little bit more on that.
And do them.
Mm-hmm.
And that ye seek not after your own heart.
That you seek not after what?
Your own heart.
Which gets in what I wanted to talk about, man. You understand? What is your heart? We hear Christians talking about this all the time, right? Christians would be like, oh, you gotta love Jesus with all your heart. You understand? What is the heart, man? What you got, brother? Make sure you're speaking to the mic.
Your heart is your mind.
Your heart is your mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Get that brother a hand, man. Brother's on point. You understand? Your heart is your mind, man. That organ in your chest, it don't do nothing for you but pump blood through and fro, you know what I'm saying, to and fro throughout your body, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you ready, Breeze? You know what I'm saying? Just pump, you know what I'm saying, pump blood to and fro throughout your body, man. So read what you just read, verse again, one more time, verse 39, right?
And seek not after your own heart.
And seek not what?
After your own heart.
You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say not to seek after your own heart, man. I mean, not to seek after your own mind. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem with our people in America today. You know what I'm saying? We're so indoctrinated by this place. This place is the home of the free. land of the brave. You come here, do what you want. You got great opportunities, but it's all for our own selfish lust, man. Our own selfish desires. When that's not how the God this Bible works. You understand? That says seek not after your own heart, man. You can't seek after your own mind, because your own mind by itself is wicked. You understand? It's wicked. The thoughts that we imagine by ourselves without the Lord, I mean, good night. You understand what I'm saying? Look, brother, y'all, brother, you know what I'm saying? We know, man. The thoughts you gotta fight yourself, not to think, you know what I'm saying, terrible things, man. You understand? Read on.
In your own eyes.
And your own what?
Eyes.
You understand? Read on.
After which ye used to go a whoring.
After which you used to go what?
A whoring.
Meaning you leave the Lord, and because of your own lust, now you in the Christian church, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now you in the Muslim mosque. You know what I'm saying? Now you eating pork. Now you out here, you know what I'm saying, worshiping rocks and crystals and diamonds. Talking about the chakra levels this and chakra levels that. Damn nonsense. Ain't graduate high school at all, but you know about damn chakra levels and whatnot. What the hell? It don't make no sense, man. You know about all the vibrations of the earth and this and the third, yada yada, but you don't know how to stop sleeping with whores. Right. You know about all the vibrations and vibes this and vibes that. You understand? What the hell is that going to do to a brother on crack, man? What is me telling a brother on crack about the vibrations? How is that going to get him to change his life? How is that going to get a woman to stop whoring? How is that going to get a man to learn how to love his woman and stay at home and stop beating her half to death? It ain't going to do a damn thing for him, man. You understand? Read on.
That ye may remember and do all my commandments.
That you may remember and do how many?
All my commandments.
You understand? All the commandments, man. Drop that. Let's go to give me Genesis chapter 6 and verse 5, right? I just want to talk about the heart just a little bit. Just prove, show you to and fro throughout this Bible. This prove this how much Christianity is just a lie, man, and just how much garbage it is. Garbage, man. You understand? It's useless. Useless, man. I wouldn't wipe my behind with Christianity, man. Right. You understand? I bet I'll wipe my behind with the Quran, but Christianity, oh my goodness, man, it's disgusting. You understand? You go to the book of Genesis, man, chapter 6 and verse 5, right? When somebody get that, you can read it from the top.
Come on. The book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth.
The Most High saw what?
That the wickedness of the man was great in the earth.
You gotta understand, man. All throughout these scriptures, you understand, men have always been wicked, man.
That's right.
Women have always been wicked. You understand? The condition of America and the society we live in, it's not new.
Right.
Scriptures say it's nothing new under the sun, man. You understand? So people always conflicted. Why is the world like this? Why is the world like that? It's always been like this, man.
Right.
You understand? We just had different people ruling it. You understand? The only problem is that the righteous have never been ruling it, man. You understand? Because whenever we rule, what, man, the people rejoice. But when these oppressors rule and these heathens rule, man, the earth is in mourning. You see wickedness every damn where. Right? You understand? So read it one more time.
Come on. Book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 5.
Uh-huh.
And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was,
and that every what?
And that every imagination.
And what's that word?
Imagination.
You understand? Read on.
Come. Of the thoughts of his heart.
Of the thoughts of what?
Of the thoughts of his heart.
How the hell can the organ in your chest have thoughts, man?
Right.
What sense does that make? You understand? Christians, make it make sense, man. You understand? They make this book out to be some hocus pocus book. When this book it's a book of laws, man.
That's right.
It's a book of accounts and records and the history of a people. You know what I'm saying? Their trials and tribulations, their ups and their downs, man. Their calamity, their blessings, their curses. You understand? This is the best history you'll ever find on the planet, man.
Damn right.
This is the greatest book on the earth. And Christianity makes it out to be some joke, man. Some fairy tale, man. When this book is about, you know what I'm saying, the Israelites, man.
Damn right.
You understand? And your heart is an organ in your chest, man. But the Bible is written by black people. You understand? So when we say the word heart in the scriptures, we're talking about your mind, man.
That's right.
Talking about your thoughts. You understand? Read on.
Come. The imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Was only what?
Evil continually.
You know what I'm saying? Evil, man. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Come. Verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth.
That he had what?
That he had made man on the earth.
You understand? They made the Lord out to be some all loving being, and God loves everybody.
Right.
At this point in time, when the Lord was like, man, I don't even know why the hell I made y'all.
Good night.
He like, man, you You understand? We don't understand the type of power we dealing with, man. We don't even understand the type of power we dealing with because we don't read this Bible.
Right.
You understand? Christianity has not been teaching us the truth and can never teach us the truth. You understand? The Muslim mosques, your crystals at home sitting on your damn counter, you understand? Can't save you, man. Can't teach you the truth. You understand? Can't do nothing for you, but just waste your time. Waste your time and your money.
That's right.
Put some flowers on that damn counter. Throw them crystals away. You understand? Use them to hold some books up or something. Something. You know what I'm saying? Make rock a use of a rock. Go take it to a lake and skip it across the rock. See how far you can throw it. That's what a rock, you know what I'm saying, is for.
There you go.
Damn crystal. Go sell it. Go turn it into a necklace or something. What the hell? You trying to worship a damn crystal?
Good.
You understand? That's a wicked imagination, man. You understand? And we got to come into this truth. We got to come into this truth. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers, you know what I'm saying? Stay strong, stay focused. You understand? And cast down them wicked imaginations in your mind, man.
Right.
Don't listen to your damn heart. Listen to the law of God, man.
Damn right.
You understand? With that, pass the class over to preaching officer. Y'all, Mike.
Shalom, shalom. I get a little bit more on this. Turn me up a little bit. Con. Well, also get Dr. Juan on the phone. Figure out what's if you're not using your phones for Wi-Fi, if you could turn it off, that might be interrupting with the connection. If you absolutely need your Wi-Fi so your phone can work, then no sweat. The water. Give my Hayar a hand, man. That brother, I'll tell you a little bit about my Hayar, man. That brother came into this truth, man. And that brother, he came from what many of us come from. He came from, you understand, just being in the streets, just doing the things that black people do, that you see in the ghettos, that you see in the projects. And that brother came in here and he strived in this truth, man. And that brother right there is who we should all look up to aspire to be like, man. You understand? Hold on 1 second. Marshaw. Yeah, just ask him what it could be. That might be what it is because it seemed like it fixed itself.
Yeah, so like I said, we was just wondering about
I think we good. I think we good to go.
okay, we good to go.
It's better, right?
Yeah, come okay.
Or it still look bad on your end? It look good on my end. I think we good. No sweat.
Okay, come we good.
Come on with it. Hey, somebody give me Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Also, what the brother was bringing out is heavy, man, because what he was talking about and how the Lord was displeased on how we were acting, all of the things that we were doing is what led up to the Lord destroying the whole earth and flooding the whole earth. And so these are the type of things in the Bible that we have to keep, you understand, adhering to, because Christianity will have us believe that we could do anything and that life is just going to be okay. When we dealing with a man who, because of something as what we would think simple as interracial marriage, decided that he was going to flood the whole earth and kill everybody. Right. Something that you think sleeping with a white woman is just sex. It's just whatever it is. But in the Bible, the Lord destroyed the whole earth for something that's so simple, man. And so we have to really start to think about what it is that we're doing and how we live in our lives and what the consequences are for the decisions that we make. But again, this is a Brotherhood class. My name is Officer Yarmark, and we're going to get into it. Let me get Zephaniah 2 and 1. Whoever got it, just go ahead and read it.
Come. This book is Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
O nation not desired, man. This scripture, I pull out this scripture every Tuesday. Damn near every class that I teach, because this scripture is very, very important to the lives of Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives Indians.
That's right.
This is very, very important. But it's important to the fact, of course, we got to do this, but we also have to know how to do this. Right. Because, of course, all Black people that want to gather together, all of you do. All of the Bloods and the Crips, all wanting to come together and tie the red bandana to the blue bandana and wave it in the sky and think that there's some kind of unity in that. All of us want to do it, but the problem is that Christianity divides us, so we don't know how to get this done. Right. We don't know how to come together with our people without murdering each other, without stealing from each other, without sleeping with another man's wife, which is why when the Lord is telling us to gather together, he's telling us to gather together where? In one place.
That's right.
To be on one mind and one accord with each other the way that Christ is on the same accord with the Most High. Right. You understand? Because think about it. Imagine Cornwallis. How many of y'all know what Cornwallis is? Some of y'all, right? Just think of any ghetto you from, right? If you think of any hood in Southeast Raleigh, right? Any hood in Durham, any Chapel Hill, whatever. I don't know if Chapel Hill got hoods. I don't know. They got some. It's hoods everywhere, right? No sweat. The hood is what make the city great, but no sweat. Imagine any ghetto, any neighborhood you was raised in or whatever, and imagine if it was all black owned. Imagine we buy up that property, and then we start renovating the property, tearing down the buildings, rebuilding them up, and now we only accepting Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, and we gonna start moving them in. And we start moving people in, and it's a big party. We cut the ribbon off, and we turn it into Zion Apartments, right? Whatever. We get some name for it, some name that mean black, and we letting black people up in there. What do you think will happen in a matter of months? Matter of fact, in a matter of days.
So like I said, if I could, black on black violence, I mean the violence ramp up.
You got something? Come on with it.
They'll probably start robbing.
Yeah. What else? What else you think will happen?
Another Black Wall Street.
That's right. Another Black Wall Street. What else? Anybody else?
It's like they'll try to shut it down.
They gonna want it to be shut down, of course. But you understand how our oppressor works. Our oppressor knows that we're sick. Our oppressor knows the condition that he put us in. It turned us into a people who can't have such a thing. Because like you all said, we're going to start having black on black crime. We're going to start to murder each other and steal from each other. And we're going to start to degrade the very place that we cherished. That's what's going to happen. We're going to start murdering each other because someone wears blue. We're going to start murdering each other because someone wears red, or someone is a GD, or someone is a folk, or whatever the case is, because we differ from each other. And all black people know how to do is someone read my mind. What is something we all good at? We all do it all the time. Every day. I don't care. It could be about basketball. We fight. That's what niggas are known for, and that's biblical. The tribe of Judah is known for fighting. That's why we fight every goddamn thing. You understand that black people fight over who's a better musician? How stupid is that argument when music is an art? It's an art. You understand? You can have a painting of a dot on a wall, and someone may look at that and they may see glorious things. You may have another painting with lines on the wall, and someone may see something different. You understand? But it's all art. There is no possible way that art is better than another piece of art. But we'll fight it to the death. And you'll kill somebody because they think that the Jaguars are better than the Giants, or they think that that Philly is better than the Bears. And you'll die over these things because we don't understand what it is to be a nation. We don't understand what it is to have our differences, but yet understand that there's a law that we must follow. You know who understands that? America. They understand that. America is a nation who claims to be united that has never been united. You see that today, where in some states you can smoke weed, in other ones you go to jail. In some states you could carry a weapon, in other ones you're going straight federal. Some states you could do this, in other states you can't do that, but yet it's supposed to be united. But here's the problem. Even in their differences, let the Middle East come and bomb the Twin Towers and see what happens. All of the states and all of their differences in America are going to come together to do what? They're going to fight the Middle Easterns because they understand what it means for an enemy to attack their family, to attack their children, to attack their neighborhoods where they lay their heads at, the futures of their loved ones. But black people, we're too concerned with the future of America that we don't care about each other, that we don't care about ourselves. We don't care about the future of the children of the men that I'm about to go kill because he's in a wrong gang. We don't care about the future of the woman and her livelihood, whose car, whose purse I'm about to go steal. We don't care about that. All we care about is what our oppressor teaches us to care about, and that is our selfish gain. How we get rich in America, how we stop being poor, how we get on top so that we can go to Louis Vuitton and Givenchy and live amongst him, and maybe one day, hopefully, get a house in Beverly Hills. And that's all we care about. But the Lord don't give a damn about that. The Lord don't give a damn about your house in Beverly Hills. He don't give a damn about your Bentley that you fight so hard to go and get. He don't give a damn about your $30,000 Cuban link chain that you murdered your brother to go get, that you sold drugs to your people to go get. You understand? The Lord cares about the brothers that's in this room right here. The men that's sitting right beside you right now. That is what the Lord, this is what Christ died for, what the prophets taught, what Moses died for, what Isaiah died for this right here. So that all of these years later, here we are who have went through multiple slaveries, have went through one of the greatest slaveries known to man in America. You understand? And 400 years later, after all the oppression that we've had to go through, after all of the lynching, after all of the murder and the lies and all the rape that they put on our people, now we are here, a group of niggas who the world looks at as nothing. You go outside these walls and a cop is ready to put 6 bullets in the back of your head because you black with tattoos, because you look like a drug dealer, because you look like someone who's up to no good. But yet here we are learning about the Lord and the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. That's what the Lord is talking about here. And this is what all black Hispanics need to do. Because in here, we're one mind. We're one accord. We don't have different beliefs on colors. We don't believe that if a brother wears blue, that he's better than someone who wears red. You understand? You can try it. You can ask for a breakdown in here and fly all the way to Houston, Texas. Do it. Go to Houston, Texas, hit up Captain Yatazak. Go hit up any of them brothers and ask them the same question. And you're going to get the exact same answer. Because we are one accord, the same way Christ was on one accord with the Most High. You understand? Keep going. Also, if anyone have any questions, get the questions ready. Sisters, if y'all need anything, you understand, just let me know or let the Shamar know. Get it.
Book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, man. There's a day that is coming where you're going to need the men that's around you.
That's right.
You understand? It's another misconception that America teaches us, that this place is a dog-eat-dog world. They teach you that so that you'll kill each other, when they don't believe that.
That's right.
They don't believe that it's a dog-eat-dog world. They believe in unions. They believe in coming together. They believe in a Democratic Party or Republican Party. Right. They believe that staying together or united is stronger than them being separated, which is why they'll fight to keep the South together with the North. Instead of just murdering them all, they'll fight till they're weakened, put them back in their place, and say, get right back on board. Right. Because they know how important it is to keep them together. But they'll tell us that it's a dog-eat-dog world. You better sell drugs to your brother, because that's the only way you're going to make it. You better kill your brother on that football field or on that boxing ring. You better teach your sisters to be whores and to strip on stripper poles, because that's the only way you're going to make it. Right. You understand? But that is a lie. There is going to come a day where the only thing that is going to keep you alive is the man next to you. That's right. Is the brother that's next to you. Shalom, Most High in Christ. Salaki, so you want to take the class? Come. But the man that's next to you, and a lot of you are going to see this happen in your life and now. It's going to start to happen. You understand? Because when you're raised up, you're raised and you're sheltered. They tell you to do what? Go to middle school, go to high school, go to college if you can, play sports, join a fraternity, do music, do all whatever. Right. But a lot of you, after some time, if you aren't chosen by our oppressor to go and be in politics, or to go and be a professional athlete, or to go be an entertainer, a lot of you end up right back where we started. And here we are. And now what do? You understand? We can't live. We're not rich. Right. Hitting the lottery is out of the question. You understand? We all wish we could just hit the lottery and all our problems would go away. Right. You understand? You try to get that woman. You thought that because she had a MBA, you thought she was a nurse or a doctor, that your life was set, and she whored on you. You understand? With the Christian pastor, you tried everything. You tried going to sell drugs with them boys on the block. You tried being a stick-up kid. You tried being a rapper. And a lot of you suck. A lot of you can't rap for it worth a damn. You got 2 listens every day on your best hit. You understand? But you've tried these things. And now what are we doing? Now a lot of us are just walking around and we're docile. We don't know how to live in this place, and we're just living, waiting to die, hoping that our children will be the next Michael Jordan, or hoping that our children be the next LeBron James, when it won't happen. But what we should do is we should be coming together, which is why the ISUPK is such a beautiful place. You understand? Because in here, we don't suffer for nothing. We don't walk around wondering where our help is going to come from. When you look inside of these walls and you see that sister beside you, that's how your hair gets braided, brother. That's where it's going to come from. When you look at Commander General Hana, Captain Naitak, and you got to wonder, how is my rent going to get paid? How is my water not going to get turned off? The brothers beside you is the answer. You understand? Your skill in rapping is not going to save your life, but your brotherhood will. Them brothers beside you will save your life, and that's why they're valuable. That's why their lives are precious. That's why when you see them brothers go out there on camp on Saturday, you walking by for 2 minutes. You walking in your car and you sweating about to die because it's 98 degrees. Right. It's hot. No one wants to stand out there. You leave for 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, and come back, and them niggas still out there yelling. That's right. Them niggas still standing right there, yelling. Why do you think that's so? You understand? Because the greatest commodity on this earth is you. That's right. You understand? The greatest defense against our oppressor is you. It's each other. And that's what makes us strong. And that's what the Lord is trying to give us. You understand? Keep reading.
Come. Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Verse 3. Seek ye the Lord.
Seek ye what?
Seek ye the Lord.
Seek ye the Lord, man. You understand? I think the sister right here asked a question a couple weeks ago. You understand? Asking her basically, how do you make sure that you're staying perfect, right? How do you make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do every day? Right. Well, this is how you do it. You seek out the Lord and everything that you do. You go find him. Don't go and find the people that look like they got money because you looking at their life and their life seem to be great. Right. Don't go find the women on Instagram shaking their behind and posting trips to Maui and Bora Bora every Saturday thinking that their life is all perfect. I tell you something, Instagram is a goddamn lie. That's right. Them women, them Instagram models live terrible lives. Terrible. They're one wrong day from slicing their wrist and ended it all. You understand? Imagine a woman having to get naked to survive. Just imagine that. That's the only way she could live. She did all 4 years in college to take her clothes off and hope that some person that she's never met, some old man who she has no attraction to, pays $300 for her to come and have a conversation with him. Imagine that. She is depressed in her life. Don't look at things like that. You understand? Don't look at the lifestyles that rappers have because they are depressed in their life. That's right. Everything that they get, they lose, including their life. How many rappers have we known in the past 2 years that we thought was everything? King Von, Pop Smoke, Nipsey Hussle, even though he a damn African. That's right. He a Hamite. And what does all the money in the world get them? Nothing. Nothing at all. You understand? Keep reading.
Come. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness.
Seek what?
Seek righteousness.
Seek righteousness. Meaning you should seek out the truth, man. That's
right.
Seek out those brothers who won't sleep with your wife. That's right. Seek out those brothers who won't teach you that selling drugs is okay, right, or that eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster is okay. Seek out those brothers. Seek out those sisters, man. Get with them. You understand? And that's how you start to rid your life of them problems that we've all had. How many of y'all ever had friends or homeboys or girlfriends and you love them, but you know that they ain't worth a damn? You know you can't go to the club with your homegirl because she gonna do something shicey. You I love you, sis, but you know, I got to stay clear from you because you dirty underneath. Or you got them brothers who you know you rocking with them, but you know deep down, you know, hold on. Where my watch at? Nah. Give me that. I need that back right now. Because you know they're gonna put it in their pocket. Because you can't even bring your girl around. Because you know that they looking at that. And you know if they get the I think I seen them. I rock. What's the name of that movie, man? I rock going crazy over that movie. I always need to watch it. With the two dudes, they was like brothers or whatever. And the dude slept with old boy girl or whatever. You know which one I'm talking about. It's like one of them cheap flicks, but it's like a hood movie. The two dude one. I know it sounds like everything, right? Because it's in every way. It's a specific movie though, man. And these two brothers, they was like good friends, or really in the hood, you know, basically when you start making money with somebody, you start that become your brother, right? And they real good friends. And one of the brothers, he had a thing for this woman. And so he took the woman in, took her off the street, started paying for her to go to school. She done went to school, graduated. He set her up nice. Next thing you know, his main man, the man he with every single day, he go inside and tear fire to her because she mad. Now they got a whole secret, and whole time he like, well, hey, look, man, I told you if a woman give it up, I'm taking it, man. That's wicked, man.
That's right.
And you know what happens after that in the world? Now you murder that brother, and now we've lost two brothers, man.
Right.
Now we've lost two soldiers that we needed. You understand? Which is why you should seek out brothers who wouldn't do that.
That's right.
Seek out men who wouldn't stab you in the back in such a heinous way, man. Who wouldn't even look at your wife.
Right.
Like in here, it's so bad. I damn near don't even want your woman to say shalom to me. Like, just ignore me. Just go, just drop your head and just I'm gonna turn this way, you turn that way, you walk, I'm gonna walk this way. You understand?
Right.
It's damn near that bad because I don't even want you to think that I'm looking at your woman out of brotherhood for you, out of love for you. I don't want you to even think that I'm doing something like that. You understand? But you only find that from coming out of the truth, man. You don't find that in the Christian church. They don't give a damn about that in the Christian church. Right. Your wife go up to the pastor. He side armor. It's Miss Jenkins. Nice to see you again on this beautiful Sunday. Right. And she said, I loved your sermon today. Me and my husband, we've been having so many problems, and you just uplifted me today. And she said, well, you should keep coming back. You know, I have a private prayer study on Tuesday night at 8:00. Now your wife is thinking about it. She turned around and she got that wagon behind her, and he turned around and hit her with the Good Lord. You understand? Right. And he gonna sleep with your woman, man. Which is why the Christian church is so disgusting. And it ain't a secret. This isn't some archive that we digging into to figure out what Christian pastor has ever slept with someone's woman. This is something that Tyler Perry puts in his movies all the time. Right. Because it's very much reality, man. You understand? Which is why all these Christian pastors are going to have to pay for the things that they do, for the crimes that they commit, man. Because they not building up men that's going to take over a nation. They building up men. They building up sheep to lead them to lead them to the slaughter, man. Right. And that's what we doing. Are we listening to Christianity, and it's making us weak, man? It's making us very, very weak. You understand? Weak. Because Christianity teaches us that being strong is about who can fight the best. It's about who got the most money, who got the most social status in America, or who does our oppressor respect more. That's what the Christian church teaches you, which is why them Christian pastors, they wear Louis Vuitton suits. They get up there and they wear all the jewelry. What's that pastor name up in Canarsie? You understand what? Canarsie, Brooklyn. The one who just got robbed. Or was it Queens? What's Queens, right? Yeah, Salakia. They do things like that because they know what? They know that that's what's going to get you. They know that that's what's going to make you say, well, I want to be like Pastor Jenkins one day. Right. He got the Rolls Royce, he got the Bentley, and because that's what you drawn to, you going to go do whatever he does. You going to go do, you look at Alpo and Rich Porter and AC and Bumpy Johnson, and you looking at whatever they got and you want it. And how you going to get it? Well, you going to have to get it the way that they got it. You understand? And that's what we're going to do. But the Lord said to do what? Read that again.
Book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 3. Mm-hmm. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth.
Seek ye the Lord, man. Don't seek that financial gain. Don't give a damn about that, man.
Right.
You understand? Whoever told you to lie that you had to be rich, to be comfortable? Whoever told you that, man? Who lied to you? Who told you that being rich was what was going to change your life? When rich people jump out of buildings all the time. When rich people get divorced all the time. They die all the time. And they got money in their bank account. So who lied to you, man?
Right.
Who lied to you and told you that, man? You understand? Our oppressor lied to you, and they make you feel that way, so that you'll spend your whole life chasing something that's unattainable.
Right.
It's unattainable. You're not gonna ever get rich. You're never gonna have generational wealth, because a brother that you spent your whole life destroying is gonna come back and pay you for what you sold. You understand? You the biggest drug dealer in LA. You the biggest drug dealer on the East Coast, and there's some brother who remembers you.
That's right.
And he sees Nipsey Hussle and all of the money he got and all of the stores he got. And he remembers, or he whatever. And then he goes and pays Nipsey Hussle for all the crimes he's ever committed, man. And then it's over. It's over. And that's the life. That's how many, come on, man. How many drug dealers will tell you that a trap is a trap? You don't make it out. You understand? Which is why we got to come up off that nonsense.
That's right.
We got to come up off the idea that living in this lifestyle is how we are going to make it to the top, because it's not. The only way that black people are going to make it to the top is if our oppressor comes down to the bottom.
That's right.
That's it. Because our oppressor, this nation is not going to share that top seat with us. It's impossible. And it's a dumb thing to even want. It's a stupid. If you believe in equality, if you believe that white people are supposed to love you equally, you're an idiot.
That's right.
You're an idiot. You're stupid.
Damn right.
You're a damn fool. What sense does that make? What sense does it make? What is white people supposed to do? They're supposed to be the owners of Fortune $500 million companies, and they're supposed to say what? Hey, Miss Sister right here, Miss Black Woman, you know what? I'm going to give you half of my company just so we could be equal. And then one day you could beat me out. And then now my children won't be able to go to Harvard, or they won't be able to go to Yale, but yours will. What sense does that make? No. I would look, if a white man if I had a counselor, God forbid, right? But if I ever had to counsel a white man, he had to ask me, well, how do we keep power? I would say, well, you better not give it to niggas, because that's not the way to do it. That's stupid. Your children gonna be in the ghetto. They gonna be poor, because that's the way life works. Someone has to be on the bottom for someone to be on the top. Done. You understand? Is there any more on that?
Yeah, come.
Go ahead.
Okay. Which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness. Seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
Keep going. Is there any more?
Oh, lie, sir.
All right, you could drop that. We got any questions?
I'm sorry. They talked about, like, in the Bible, they talked about like idol worship, like worship idol things. And I remember, like, my grandfather used to always say the scripture around me. He said, "What is it if a man profit and gain the world but loses his soul?"
Right.
And that's what it made me think of when you said there's rich people that die all the time. Like what you see with a lot of celebrities, like what they did with Bill Cosby, what they did with R. Kelly, T.I. and Tiny when they got caught up in their scandal. Like you see this all the time. This is a constant thing.
Right.
Like, all the time. Michael Jackson, Prince, mysteriously dying out of nowhere.
Right.
And it's just like you see all these things in current events. So it just made me think back, to that when you get that point on that.
Right. And another thing is that money, again, does not protect you. And money does not build your nation. Give me Matthew chapter 6 and verse 21. Money does not build your nation, man. It doesn't help your brothers. It don't help them. It don't help your sisters, man, at all. Give me Matthew 6 and 21. Whoever get it, just read it.
Come, God.
Go ahead.
Book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
So where your treasure is what? It's your money.
That's right.
Right? What you put your money into is also where your heart is. And so you put your money into jewelry, into cars, into being fly and being the top dog amongst your peers or whatever the case may be, then your heart is with your damn self. You a selfish bastard, man. Right. When your people are starving, your people are dying in underneath of bridges every single day, which is why black people should run out of the Christian church. They should run. You understand? Right. They should have such a disdain for Christian pastors that Christian pastors should be coming back to them begging begging for them to come back into the church, man, because you know where their heart is. You know where it's at, and it is not with you. You understand? Keep going. Someone turn the AC down a little bit more. Let's get it running some more.
Verse 22. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light.
The light of the body is the eye, meaning what? Whatever we see whatever we set our eye on is what we gonna go after.
That's right.
You understand? So imagine if black people set their light on fixing the condition of our people. Imagine if that is what we set our eye on. You understand? Then that would be our light, and it would be evident because you would see it. You would be able to go to the club and it won't get shot up. You'd be able to go to the club. And again, these things that we're teaching it's not a religious, mystical idea. These things are very, very practical. It's things that we do it.
That's right.
We do it. We go in the club and a brother step on your shoe, and usually you like what? You got a couple drinks up in you. You know, you really that nigga. You really will knock a nigga out. So you know, you really want to just say, hey, watch where you going, right? But because of the truth, our eye is not on that. Our eye is on what? Saving that brother. So what do? You turn to that brother and say, hey man, Salaki, my bad. Even though he stepped on your shoe, he did something to you. And I've seen this many a times. I remember one specific time we was out there at Skewers, right? I think my brother Thabawan was with. I forget who else was with us. There was a couple other brothers with us. This is a while ago. And we went out there, and of course, we wear the shield of David. And of course, there's a gang, right? What is it? GDs, right? Who also rock the shield of David, or they call it the 5-point or 6-point star, whatever they call it. And so they see us wearing it, and the whole time they staring us down. They staring us down. I'm talking about they was heated. They like, yo, who the hell is these niggas up in here? These niggas, you know. And I could, you know, they wanted to have a problem. That's what they wanted. And I remember I was young in the truth at the time, but I also was like the highest ranking man at that time in that scenario. And I remember just going to one of the brothers, just straight up, just walking to him. And I was like, what's good, brother? He asked me, he was like, yo, what is that about, man? What's and I broke it down to him. And I was like, yeah, you know, we here for black people, yada, yada, yada. I was like, man, what's good? Oh, you want a drink, man? What you drinking? What you drinking? He told me, he was like, oh, I'm drinking Modelo's. I was like, but went to the bar, got him a Modelo. We shared a Modelo. Next thing you know, we in the club with them and we all together just being brothers, man. And then we sitting up here with gangsters like, yeah, they got our back now, even though we don't need it, of course. Of course, we was the real gangsters in there. But of course, we had mercy on them, man, which is what true love is. Is when, you understand, is when Christ said that he left the disciples with peace. That's what he meant. You understand? Because Christ could cause havoc everywhere. Christ could murder a lot of people. Them Romans that came to take him, he could have killed all of them easily. Easily. But to be able to forgive somebody and to be able to have love for somebody, you must first be able to do what? Let's see if anyone can get it. Nah. To be able to forgive somebody, I know you got it, Maya, y'all. I want to see if they get it. To be able to love and to forgive somebody, you must first be able to do what? I know the officers got it. I know y'all got it. But if not, I'm gonna give you a shot. You say what? Understanding? Nah. To be able to love and to forgive somebody for what they've done to you, you must first be able to do what? This a big concept in the UPK. It's why we so militant. It's why we say police officers can't fuck with us. They can't. You can't just do anything to a brother in here. These officers and the troopers that's in this school, you can't touch them. You can't. I don't give a damn if they by themselves. You think to harm a hair on one of the soldiers that belong to Commander General if you want to, you're gonna have a problem, a big problem. You're gonna have about 100 niggas in boots, braids, and beards, looking as militant as possible, asking who in the fuck would ever think to touch any of these men, any of these sisters. You're gonna have a problem. But the point is, we don't want to hurt nobody. We ain't Christian. We ain't looking for no problems. You understand? We're not running from none, but we're not looking for none. And we try to de-escalate every situation as much as possible because we actually care about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We actually forgive the crimes that Black, Hispanics, Native American Indians do to us. But to be able to forgive somebody, you must first be able to do what? I want to take a shot, sis. You kind of on it. You must first be able to do what? Come on, man. Shout it out. What you got? Come on.
Yeah, I was just about to say what the sister said. Love your people. That's the same thing. I was about to say.
Young man. Think about it. Think about it, man. You don't got to trust somebody to forgive them, right? But to forgive them, I don't want to. If I paint the picture, I know you're gonna get it, right? Let's say, right? Let's say you killed my brother, right? You killed my literal brother, and we in the street, and then I don't want to give it to you because I want you to get it. There's one thing you must be able to do, and if you don't get it this time, give it to us. There's one thing you must be able to do before you can forgive anybody.
Be able to enact vengeance on them.
Give him a hand. He on it. I know y'all can't hear him because he speak like. What the brother said was to be able to have vengeance on him, meaning simpler than that. To be able to forgive somebody, you must first be able to hurt them. You must have to be able to hurt them. If you kill my brother, the only way I could ever forgive you is if I could kill you. And then I don't. Now I don't kill you. Which means that I forgive you. It means that I care about you. It means that I love you because I could have hurt you. I could have rightfully enacted my judgment on you, but I love you and I forgive you. And I have mercy on you, so I don't do it. Which is why it's impossible for what? It's impossible for Black people to forgive white people. It's impossible. Because how could you ever forgive them? What mercy do you have on white people? Would somebody explain it? Would you walk down Raleigh and Moore Square Park? Would you look at all the white people like, you lucky? Because I could murder you right now for all the lynchings that you had. I could kill you right now for every rape that you done did to my people. You don't do that. You know damn well you in a place where you won't have no power. So how could you ever forgive them? You're like a dog. Can a dog love his master? No. A dog can obey its master.
Right.
It can sit when the dog says sit. It can roll over when the dog says roll over, but it can't love its master. It can only do what it was trained to do because the dog can't give nothing to the master. But the master can go to Walmart and get the dog food. Right. The master can say, here's some clean water for you. Right. Here's some raw meat, some good steaks for you. I'm gonna give you the good food today. The master can't do that, but put some spinach, put some dried up spinach leaves in the whatever, man. I ain't had a dog in a minute. I forgot what the name of the dog foods is, right? But a master can do that for the dog, but the dog can't do nothing for the master. But accept, and stay in order and follow the orders, man.
Right.
And that's what we are today. You understand? Which is why we should not be carried away or even concerned with our oppressor changing. We shouldn't be concerned with forgiving him or him changing his ways, right, or him finally not being racist, because it's not possible. What we should be concerned with is having true love for humanity, which means that we could end everything, right, but we choose not to. You understand? Which is the strength of the UPK. Where we at?
It's like, sir, Book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 23.
Mm-hmm. Is there any other questions?
Slack, sir.
If
I could I get a list of Babylon's daughters, the empires that our people were in captivity in, like the list of captivities our people in?
If I'm not mistaken, it's Assyria. This in no order. Assyria, Babylon, Egypt, America, Rome, Greece, and if I'm not mistaken, there's one more. Persia. That's the one. The Persian Medes, right? That empire is the other one where we was enslaved in. I knew it was 7. Couldn't think of the last one. Of course, which is why all of those nations became great nations because they all had one thing in common, which is that the Israelites were enslaved by them. That's right. Anyone else have any other questions? Anything online? I no sweat. Give me 1 second.
My check. Okay. Can I ask the question?
Yeah, come on.
So about the Star of David.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little while ago, but I was just trying to do my own little research, and I came across the Star of Molech,
Yeah,
and it looked just like the Star of David.
Con.
So I kind of like I had a little pendant, and I took it off just because that's what I thought it was. So can you give me some understanding?
Con, no sweat. I almost want to pull a Captain Coppins out right now. I wish I had a mobile board. Matter of fact, how do I want to do this? I wish Tabawan was here. I don't know what he got going on with the Lashwan Quadash. First of all, it's a shield of David. So what we wear is not a star. It's a common misconception that this is a star. Of course, thousands of years ago, they didn't know what the hell a star looked like. A star is, of course, a ball of gas, which would be like a circle, right? So this is not a star. The shield of David is David's signet. And in the ISUBK, we study the Lashwan Kodash, which is the holy tongue or the ancient Hebrew. And in ancient Hebrew is how David wrote his name, or Dawada, which would be I want to get a brother. Yeah, if you could. Just just write it yeah, try to erase that part right there. Erase that and just write it in that area. Can young man in the front. Hey, Salaki, can we move this camera? Can we turn this camera or la'a? La'a? Okay, no sweat. So if you turn it, it will come out still? No sweat. Go ahead. So what he just wrote up there would be the da, the wa, and the da, which is King David's name in the Hebrew. And now if you connected them, you can erase that part underneath. Then that's what you would get. Now this is just, I want to turn it, man. Hold on. Salakia online, just bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back. All right. Okay. So with the Hebrew, right? And even before this, you would go to the proto-Sinaitic Hebrew, which is the eldest language known to man. And this is just how we wrote. This is how we did things. So let's say we had the I, right, which is the first symbol in the alphabet. Right? And then the Ba, which would look something like that, right? This I would be an ox, right? Or the head of an ox. And this symbol will represent what? Do I know? It's an ox, but what would it represent? I'll take a guess. The ox will represent strength, right? Or the head of, right? Which is what the oxen is. And then this would be a tent, right? Or a home, or a place of rest, right? And so in the ancient Hebrew, when you connected these two, it will become what? Remember, this is the ah, and this is the ba. Close. If you connected these two, remember Hebrew, you read right from left. What would that be? When you read it, you're gonna say ah. Think about the sound of the ah and the ba. Abba, Abba, which means what?
Father.
Father. Because the father is the head of the household, right? He's the strength of the home. He's the head, and that's how we would write in Hebrew. So the same thing with David. These symbols are a little bit more dated than a proto-Sinaitic, but the way that we use the symbols is the same way, right? You put them together to create different words, and different words go together with different sentences, so on and so forth. So this is how King David wrote his name, and this became his signet. So whenever King David gave an order and he stamped it, this is what you would see on the stamp, which meant that this was a representation of King David himself. That's how you know who it would come from. Now, of course, someone found the scripture where someone give me who changed the truth of God into a lie. And also the scripture where it talks about how they bastardized I don't want to say relics, but they bastardized our symbols and things like that, including the menorah. But over time, they took this symbol, and not only this symbol, but a lot of things, and they started to change it to mean many different things. One of the greatest examples is what? All of you should know this. If you know anything about the Bible, who said it? Christ, right? Of course, they changed the skin complexion, but think of a symbol, right? That's not the cross. Something that the Lord gave us, that this place changed. The rainbow, right? The rainbow used to mean what? That when we seen the rainbow, we knew that the Lord was not going to that we knew the Lord was not going to flood the earth anymore. Right. But now what does the rainbow mean? You said what? They not prideful and they like that gay stuff. You understand? But exactly, it means something that don't got nothing to do with the Lord. As a matter of fact, goes against the Most High, right? You understand? And that's the same thing that they did with the quote unquote star of Molech. What the star of Molech meant, or who a star of Molech is exactly what it says. He was a star. It wasn't talking about this. Right. It wasn't talking about that symbol. All right, you have something? Okay. With what? Oh, okay, come. Right, you can pull that one. You can pull that one as well. I got the who changed the truth of God. Okay, you can pull that one too. So let's go over here first. No, Salag, if I could, we're gonna go Romans first. To go to the one you have first and read it.
Come on. It's the book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 25. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie.
Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie. All of the things that we've held sacred in the nation of Israel, the Lord has changed it. Even the menorah, the so-called Jewish man, he takes this and turns it into some bastardized whatever he uses it for, right?
Right.
To now, when we see the menorah, you automatically think of what? You automatically think of the Jewish man.
Right.
You already think of it as his culture, of his identity. You take the lamb's horn or the unicorn, right? And you automatically think that it's his identity or his culture when it is not. Right. It doesn't belong to him. There's a scripture in specific I'm looking for, and I might not be able to get it. I might not be able to paraphrase it enough for you to get it, but it's about, it was like how we had our ancient artifacts on a ship, and all of them were referenced. Where it was the menorah, it was the and thummim, right? It was the menorah, the and thummim. It was the scroll. It was the frankincense and myrrh, and it was something else. But all of these things was something that Israelites used back then that we held in our culture, that they took and they turned like the and thummim into what? Demonation. They turned that into meaning that they were worshiping or speaking to the dead and things like that. Right. Which is why when you hear about the and thummim, everyone asks the same thing. The same way the brother said, I seen the star you got, but ain't that the star? The same way when you talk about the and thummim, you'll say, well, ain't that divination. You understand? When really it's because these other nations, they took our culture and they started to change it and make it their culture. You understand? What you got? My Shaw.
Come. It's the book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 25, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the creator.
And worship and serve the creature more than the creator. You understand? The creator didn't make the rainbow to mean being gay.
Right.
And he damn sure didn't, you understand? King David damn sure didn't make this to mean the star of Molech. You understand? Right. That's a lie. And that's not what it's talking about. What's the other? Is there any more on that?
Lies.
What's the other scripture? All right. You said Acts? Go on. Acts 7 and 6.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you read it.
Come. The book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 43. Yea, you took up the tabernacle of You took up the tabernacle of Molech, and the star of your god Remphan.
And the what?
The star of your god Remphan.
So what is it saying? You took up the tabernacles of Molech and the star of your god Remphan.
It's saying you took up the teachings of this other god and what they worship.
Keep going.
Come.
No, keep going with the explanation. You took up the teachings and what?
Of Molech.
Where we at? Salakia.
Salakia, sir. Book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 43.
There we go. Salakia. Read that one more time.
Come. Book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 43. Yea, ye took up the tabernacle of Molech, and the star of your god Remphan.
And the star of your god Remphan. You understand? Who was Remphan?
Salakia, sir. This made up god that these people had, that Babylon had, a god that they worship.
Right. He was a god he was an ancient Greek god, right? And if you look at the star of Remphan, you'll see that there's similarities to the star of Molech, right? Because they took that star and they turned that into another star, right? But the point was this, is that the shield of David had nothing to do with the star of Molech. Nothing. Because the star of Molech was a man. The same way Christ is a man, right? Did Christ have anything to do with the cross? But everyone thinks that when you see a cross, that it means what? It means Christ. It means Jesus Christ. It doesn't. The cross has nothing to do with Jesus Christ. It's actually disrespectful to Christ to wear a cross. It makes no sense for us to wear a cross ever. You understand? Imagine if your great-granddad died by way of electric chair. What the hell you gonna do? You gonna get an electric chair and put it on your neck and run around with an electric chair and kiss it? You understand? The device that was used to kill your grandfather? That's stupid.
Right.
GP?
Now, I was just gonna say, just to add on to what you're saying, like if we're gonna wear stuff like that, we might as well walk around with a noose on our neck. Then, if that's the case.
Right. You understand? Because it's all worshiping of a man. Like the cross that we worship is worshiping of Caesar Borgia, not of Christ, who actually died on the cross. And the same thing like with Remphan. Remphan was a man. You understand? He was a man who lived in ancient Greek at that time, and he was a star amongst the people. You understand? People will look up to him, and they created idols unto this person. Keep going. Did anyone find that other scripture that I wanted? The other one is really the one that I wanted. If not, you keep reading.
God. Figures which ye made to worship them. And I will carry you away beyond Babylon.
And I will carry you away beyond Babylon, man. You understand? The shield of David has nothing to do with the star of Molech. Period. You understand? That's just the end of that. Any other questions?
What is that? Like, is because I'll be hearing like different things about it. Like I heard that it's talking about the chip allegedly. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. This is just what I've researched, what I've saw. I could be wrong in error, but correct me. What is the mark of the beast? Could you go to that scripture so I can have a thorough understanding of what that is?
Give me Revelations 13 and 16. Also, give me Cain. Give me Cain, and where Cain received his mark. Revelations 13 and 16. And then when Cain received his mark, because Cain received a mark as well. And I tell you that it wasn't a chip.
That's right.
It wasn't a micro. It was not a microchip. The idea that the mark of the beast is a microchip comes from cowards. It comes from stupid, scared people who believe that one day the government needs to put a tracking device in your arm so that they can. I guess they're scared to die by white people, as if black people haven't been dying by our oppressor for 400 years.
Right.
As if I don't know. As if they can't just walk inside your house and shoot you and get away with it.
That's right.
You understand? If white people decided we're going to kill black people, they don't need a chip. They'll just shoot you the way they've been doing it. Or they'll drop a bomb on your neighborhood, or they'll poison your food, or they'll not give you clean water, or they'll put you in the ghettos and rob you of education and transportation and good jobs, and then they'll allow you to kill each other like they've been doing with 400 years. There's no secret microchip. Whatever. You understand? Read what you got.
Revelation 13 and 8.
Uh-huh.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 8.
Uh-huh.
And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him.
Oh, 13 and 16.
13. Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
To receive a mark on their right hands. Okay, keep going.
Or in their forehead.
Now, the mark of the beast on their right hand. Because remember, it just said the mark of the beast in their right hand or in their forehead, meaning this isn't talking about one singular place. It's talking about two different places. Right? So what do you think? Of course, I don't know. I ain't never had a needle go on my forehead before.
Right.
That'll be kind of wild, right? So what is this talking about? The mark of the beast being in their right hand, brother? Supporting how? You're on it, but there's a certain way. There's a certain representation. Like it's not saying their left hand for a reason. It didn't say it's left hand for a reason. It said it's right hand. Your right hand represents something. You understand? Everything in the Most High we do to the right side, right? The right hand of God. We stand on the right side, right? Because the right side is your what? It's your strength, right? You will receive a mark of the beast in his right hand, meaning what? You will be the strength of America, meaning when 9/11, when the Middle Easterns bombed 9/11, because you had the mark of the beast in you, meaning you decided to go join the military and go kill all the Middle Easterns, even though they didn't do anything against your people. They did something against America, but you'll get so rallied up, you'll get so drunk, and you'll go and shave your head off and get that buzz cut, and you'll get so drunk, and then you'll get the American flag tattoo and simplify to the day that I die, and you'll get the alcohol and pour it on the tattoo, and and you'll go in there and you'll be patriotic, and then you'll go and die. But you'll die for white people. You'll die for America. And you'll be America's strength. The reason why Chinese people are scared of America, it's not because of the Jewish man who runs the Diamond District. They don't give a damn about him. It's not because of Donald Trump. Donald Trump's sloppy as hell. They don't give a damn about Donald Trump. It's you. You're his strength. You're his might. How many of you ever seen the Power? I'm coming to you, sis. Don't forget your point. How many of you ever seen the Power Rangers? When they came together, or was it Power Rangers or was it Transformers? Which one? It's one of the two. I ain't watching them all like that. But when they came together, you understand, they was one body, but it was different pieces holding different parts. Now imagine if the part that controlled the right arm was like, you know what? I don't like y'all. I'm out. You feel me? Then the Power Ranger robot don't got the right arm no more. The robot loses strength, but you've taken the mark, and so you'll fight for that for America by being his strength, by being his might. What you got, sis?
Sir, it's so heavy what you just said about it being your strength in the right hand. Because if you think about it, even when you in court, you have to be brought up in front of a judge. They give you a Bible and they tell you to raise your right hand, and that's your vow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're taking a vow on something on your right hand, even on court, on our records. And I thought that was just heavy what you said about that being your strength, because that really is our strength. And the same thing with your head, because where your mind goes, your butt will follow.
Right. You understand? That's why I always say what? Right hand to God. Right hand, you shake with the right hand because it means something, right? But that your right hand, and in this context, is talking about the strength. And you'll take the strength, you'll become the strength of America, which is you receiving the mark of the beast of America. What America's bidding is, you will do. What America's will is, you will do. You understand? Read that again. Mm-hmm.
Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Now, how do you get the mark in your forehead? And how do you follow America's instruction? Remember, this isn't talk about the military. There's a difference between these two for a very clear reason. You're not in the military. How do you have the mark of the beast in your forehead, brother?
By supporting his laws, his constitution.
How do you support America, period? How do you support white people?
Salakia, by listening and following directions.
Whose directions? What is the best way to be a good black man in America?
Following the world.
Think about it. What do women want? They want a good what?
Man.
No, they don't say that. You think about the women you grew up with. I ain't never heard it's good night. What the hell? No, you good. You good. You good. What do women say they want? They want a good what? Good what?
Life.
Good what? You gonna get it. Good. What do they want? You was on it with man. They want a good what?
Husband?
No. It's man is correct, but there's a word before man that they want. They don't want a good thug man. You ain't heard that before.
Rich.
But you have heard they want a good what? Oh man.
A good rich
night.
man.
Good night. Come on, man. Here we go again. You've heard it before. You know it. It's right there. No. The sisters that okay. If you want a good woman, take. I know a lot of y'all, got some truth. Y'all got some spirituality. You love black people, and so it may be hard to even think of these answers. But go back into the world. Go back, right? Go back to Sunday, right? Grandmama's house. If men want a good woman, where they go? They go to church, right? What do women want? A good what? In other words, a what? A good Christian man. ChristianMingle.com. I want a good old Christian, like that Pastor Jenkins or Deacon Jones. A good old Christian. Girl, I got this new man. What does he do? What is he? He's a good old Christian man. He goes to church every Sunday. He pays his tithes. He helps out with the poor. Good old Christian man. Because being a Christian man is what is America considers a good man. Why? Because Christianity is nothing more than white supremacy.
That's right.
If you're a Christian, then how could you ever be a cult leader like me?
Right.
How could you ever do what I do? How could you ever be so hardcore and so beautiful like I am? You couldn't. You got to be dumb and ugly. You got to be a dumb and ugly Christian and so soft and so weak, because Christians aren't allowed to be tough like how we are. Right. Christians aren't allowed to go to the street corner and say that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. They're not allowed to do that. A Christian man ain't allowed to tell his woman what she needs to do and what she can't do, what she should wear and what she can't wear. If you're a Christian man, that's out of place. It doesn't sound right coming out of a Christian man's mouth to say what a woman should wear and what she shouldn't wear. He should just say, that's beautiful. She could be butt naked going to the club, and he should just say, well, God loves everybody and all things loving. Right. Just be safe and praise be the glory to God and Jesus Christ, amen. And then let her go be a whore on every stripper pole that she could find in the city of Durham. But to be like us, you can't be a Christian, which is why America will do what? Read verse 17.
Come, Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell.
This is the point of the mark of the beast. That no man might buy or sell. Keep going.
Save that he had the mark.
Save that he have the mark. Meaning what? If you're not in the military, right? And the military and the military and Christianity being separated is important for one reason. Because in the military, you're forced to be Christian, which is why you go in there and you get that haircut. You cut that beard off. You eat what they tell you to eat. You drink what they tell you to drink. You do what the hell they tell you to do. And you're forced to be a Christian. You don't have a choice, which is why even Muhammad Ali, which he believed in being a Muslim, but he didn't want to go to the military. Why? Because you couldn't be a Muslim in the military.
Right.
You would have had to be a good Christian man. Your name would have been Cassius Clay, and then that would have just been the end of it. Right? But he wanted to be something different. You take up the mark in their military, and you can't be nothing different.
That's right.
You'll be a jarhead. Because that's what they'll make you a jarhead, and that's it, right? And then if you be a Christian, then you'll worship them. There is no way to be a Christian and to love black people. It is impossible.
That's right.
There is not a Christian on the face of the planet Earth that loves black people. You can, if there is, bring them here, and I'll prove to you that they don't love black people. Bring them to camp on Saturday, and give me the opportunity. Please wait till I'm speaking, and I will prove to you how much they don't love black people. As a matter of fact, the last camp we just had, I don't know if some of you brothers was there or not, but there was a Edomite woman, a white woman who came up to the camp, and she started trying to fight with the camp because of what we were saying, because of what we were teaching the black people. Mind you, we are there for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and I had wished that I was on the mic, because I would have asked her one simple thing. I would have said, Miss White Woman, clearly there's a misunderstanding, right? Let me ask you a question. Let's say we're at Tent City. We're in Tent City, right? Tent City, of course, all of you are familiar with a tent city? No? A tent city is pretty much a place where poor homeless people who are that drug abuse, alcohol abuse, they're homeless, and they live in tents. They're poor, they need help. And I would say, Miss White Woman, what was her name? Anybody recall her name?
Shannon.
This brother was going on war with give him a hand. Good night. And Shannon, I would say, Miss Shannon, if we were at a tent city, me and you together, right? And we go to the tent city and we see the impoverished and we see the poor and we see the people who need help. And we see a group of people who was handing out bread and food and water, giving them information, giving them counseling, helping them, ridding them from the sicknesses that they have and the diseases that they have. If we went to that tent city and we seen that happening, would you go to those people and try to ask them for some bread too? Would you go to them and the people who's handing out water, would you go to them and ask them for water for yourself? Would you ask them for counseling for yourself, knowing that you have a car, that you have a house, that your children have clothes on their back, that they have education, that you have what you need to survive? Would you go to the people who are trying to help the people who are going to die tomorrow and ask them for anything? You know what Shannon would have said? She would have said no. Because what good person would? Which is why I wish I was on the mic. Because then at that point, I would have told her to shut the fuck up.
That's right.
And don't ever come to me while we're trying to fix the impoverished of our people.
That's right.
Asking for love. Don't ever come to me while we're trying to fix the poor of our people, asking us why we don't love you.
Right.
When we don't have no love to give you, when our people are the ones that die tomorrow.
That's right.
You go and you drive, you hop in your Mercedes Benz, and you go to your house. and you go to your townhome, you go to your school and your education and your freedom, while my people sleep underneath a bridge. You understand?
Right.
I wish that I had that opportunity, but that is our oppressor, which is why our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You understand? Simply read that part one more time.
Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 17.
Uh-huh.
And that no man might buy or sell.
But that no man might buy or sell. Because we're not Christians, Shannon wouldn't sell us a damn thing.
Right.
If Shannon owned Walmart, Shannon would not allow us to come to Walmart because we have not accepted the mark of the beast. That means that we have to love Shannon too.
Right.
To be a Christian means that you have to love everybody. You have to love the one that's being murdered and the one that's a murderer. You have to love the one that's being raped and the rapist. You got to love the conquered and the conqueror. You got to love every goddamn thing because you're a Christian. And if you don't love every goddamn thing, well, then they'll say you're a cult.
Right.
They'll say you're a cult because you only talk about black love. They'll say you're a cult because you only love black people and you hate white people. When has white people ever loved us?
Right.
They say that we're a cult because we love each other, which is why we coined the term that, God damn it, I remember coming in the truth and I remember fighting. I remember fighting my family because they called us a cult. I remember fighting them like it's not a cult. The Christian church is a cult. You the one that eat bread and drink wine thinking that is the flesh and blood of Christ. Right. You're in a goddamn cult. And I remember fighting it. And then I remembered that, what was it? Commander General, was it General Hyman? I think it was General Hyman. He said something so poetic. And it freed me from the idea that I was in a cult. And he changed my mind. You know what he said? He said, if loving all people means that we in a cult, then goddamn, I'm the leader of it.
That's right.
I'm a goddamn cult leader. And then I remember going to my family and saying, I'm a cult leader. And they couldn't say nothing else. And it was the most beautiful thing that I could ever hear. They say, you in a cult. Like, damn right, I'm going to the cult right now. I'm going with them brothers right now to the cult. You want to come? We about to have a food drive with the cult. You got some money you going to give? Now, I don't got no go. Okay, no sweat. No sweat. But because we are who we are, because we love Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we don't get to buy and sell in this place. America will not respect what we do here because we go against them. You understand? Which is what the mark of the beast is. Keep reading.
Come. Save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Or the number of his name. What is the number of his name?
Like the people who follow, that's the number of the people.
Give me Revelation 13 and 18.
Okay.
Or not yeah, 13. Just keep going.
Come. Verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast.
Count the number of the beast. Keep going.
Come. For it is the number of a man.
For it's the number of a man. Meaning this number isn't about some spiritual power. This number is a literal number of a man that rules over America. That if you do not submit to, that you will not be able to live the good Christian life.
Right.
You understand? And this is the number of the ruling powers over this place that we live in today. Read.
Come. And his number is 600, threescore and six.
Meaning 600 is 600, threescore, meaning three digits and six, which means what? His number is what?
666.
It's 666. You heard that before, haven't you?
Right.
Yeah, but not from your Christian pastor. Yeah, but that's in the Bible, and that is his number, and that is the ruling number of our oppressor who oppresses us today. Now, what is the number of us that is going to rule over them? I want to take a shot. 777. Woo! You trying to even the playing field. Let me tell you something. The Lord is a great power. They got 666. Who could tell me what number we got? I know the officers know. I know the sisters know. I know y'all know. Look, the young sisters in here, I know they know. Give them a hand. These sisters right here, they getting ready to go to high school, man. And they going to go to high school and tear the world by storm, man. They going to be the first women that go to high school, and them brothers gonna try to get with them, and they gonna say, oh, Salakia, Salam Yahweh Shema Taba Shimi Awasa. If you want to talk to me, you gotta go to my older brother. You better come to me first. You understand? Then go to Iraq. And they gonna say, I gotta go to two niggas? Where they at? They gonna see me in Iraq dressed with the studs on and the spikes on the arms, and they're like, that nigga has a goddamn lion on his forehead. Y'all got it. You understand? I'm gonna just go to the white girls down the block. Most High in Christ. But no sweat. You understand? But this number is the number of our oppressor. But what is the number for us?
Is it 144?
Who said that?
That was me.
What'd you say?
144,000.
144,000, man. You understand? That's gonna give him a hand. That's gonna be the number that rules this place. Now, is there any other quick questions? Anybody else got any other quick questions? Remember, this is a brotherhood class, so this is where you learn. Go ahead.
What does the Bible teach about like gender wars, like everything that's going on? Like they talk about quote unquote toxic masculinity versus feminism. Like, give me a scripture in the Bible based on that.
Give me the order structure in 1 Corinthians. Man, there's so many. Again, the feminist movement is just a play on our sisters being weak, right? The feminist movement is not for our women, for our sisters to gain any kind of power. It never was about that. It was never for that. It was for white women to gain power and use all women to help them gain it. Right. You understand? It's almost like you about to go fight somebody and you gathering people to come with, like, you got my back? You got my back? You asking them if you got their back because you know what? You know damn well this nigga ain't got your back. You understand? And that's what the feminist movement was about, was drafting our sisters to come so that they can fight their cause. And that's what they did. But it didn't help black women. Right. It didn't. Black women had a fight already. Anybody know what that fight was? What fight did black women already have that they hadn't beaten?
Oppressing, sir.
Being black. They had that fight. You understand? Back then, during the feminist movement, there was no fight against, there was a less of a fight than it is now of black man versus black woman. It wasn't as strong as it is now. Back then, we loved black women. You understand? And black women love black men. We watching the what's that show? The Bumpy Johnson joint, the Godfather of Harlem. And one of the greatest scenes I seen in there was where the Teddy Green cat, the son, brought home a white woman, an Italian woman, and the mother was like, hell no, and shut the door on her face. Right. Like, what you doing? Like, you ain't sleeping with no white. That was beautiful to me because that brought back strength to our household. So it wasn't never black women versus black men. I'm going to give it to you for time's sake. It wasn't that because, of course, black men had no power to oppress black women. There was no power to do it. We weren't the ones that was not allowing you to have jobs. Right. Because we didn't have jobs to give you. We were black just like you. We didn't have no power to uplift black women. All we could do is be with you. And hopefully they don't come put a stake in our yard 2 o'clock in the morning. That's all we had. Right? But our white women used our sisters to uplift them. And that in turn pushed us against each other, because now all women believe that they're fighting against men. Now they believe that there is a fight against mankind, right, and against toxic masculinity, and against what's the other word they like to use? Misogyny. And what's that word that they use for? I can't think of it. Not monarchy, but
it's like a
patriarchy. Okay. Right, there we go. They believe they're fighting against patriarchy, when in actuality they're just fighting against oppression. That's it. They're black just like we're black. Right. Black women get mistreated and murdered and raped and have no justice, not because they have breasts. It's because they're black. Right. It's the same way we get murdered and treated and have no justice because we're black. Simple. Which is what our sisters have to understand. And they have to let old Sally saggy titty white woman fight her own damn battle.
That's right.
Let her go and fight and kick with her man. We can't even live in the same house with each other, let alone fighting for the right to whatever. You understand?
Right.
We got our own battles that we have to hash out. Let all oppressor, let them go beat each other. I mean, damn, they don't even know what a woman is nowadays any damn way.
Right.
What the hell? They don't even know what a woman is. This is disgusting. Who got what I asked for? Go ahead.
Okay. Book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3.
Uh-huh.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
That the head of every man is Christ. So what you want to teach a woman is that there is an order structure. You understand? And the order structure isn't just about her to be subservient to you, but the order structure is about the nation of Israel being in order.
Right.
And this is the structure. The head of us is Christ, meaning what Christ says to do, we have to do it.
That's right.
That's it. No questions about it. We don't get to choose whether we eat pork while you smacking your wife and telling her that she can't wear the shirt that she want to wear, or she can't drink the wine at nighttime and she want to drink some wine, but you eating pork. That don't work.
That's right.
You understand? You have to follow what Christ taught the same way you want her to follow you.
That's right.
So you want that woman to obey you. Well, you better get in these classes and start following how to obey Christ, because we'll teach you how to put your woman in check. We'll teach you. And it ain't by force.
That's right.
You understand? A woman is supposed to yield to you. She is supposed to give her power unto you. But it's not because you take it. It's not because you slap her in the face and you scare her, and because you're bigger than her, you put her face down in a pillow and put a knife to her back or a gun and threaten to murder her because you're stronger than her. That's weak, and that's gay. That's all hell. You're a gay man if you think that you have to do that.
Right.
But in here, we'll teach you that because of the sacrifices you make, because she sees how you get up early, you go to Sabbath service, and then you go to camp, and then you stay after camp, and then you go to the food drive, and then you go to mandatory class on Monday, and then you go to class on Tuesday, and then you got to teach on Wednesday, then you got to debate on Thursday, then you got a lecture on Friday, then Cap says you got to drive to Alabama. When she sees the sacrifices that you make in this, she'll do what? She'll sacrifice for you out. She'll give it to you. You want some breakfast in the morning, she'll make you breakfast in the morning, because she'll see this order structure, and it will resonate with a woman, because a woman naturally wants to serve her man.
That's
naturally. Right. It's natural. She wants to do the things that a woman is built to do. But the problem is that so many of us have been turned and oppressed into being men that's not worth serving. It's not worth it. Why is she going to shut the hell up to a man who sells drugs?
Right.
Why is she going to shut? Why does she have to do it? What power do you have over your woman? You know what true power is? Power is not allowing your woman to be able to say, I'm going to call your PO. That's giving her power. Power is not allowing a woman to be able to say, I'm a snitch. I'm going to tell them about all the drugs that you have in the house. That's giving her power. And it's a false sense of power, but it's power nonetheless. But real power is her not being able to do none of those things, and you being a righteous brother, and her not being able to say nothing. There ain't no PO. There ain't no drugs that you use. You understand? Which is what your woman is going to call you when you be a terrible husband. She's going to say you're a druggie. Even though you smoke weed only once or twice, she's going to say you're a druggie and you're a crack addict and you don't have a job, and all you do is try to make music on SoundCloud and you do nothing. You're just like every other nigga in the world, and your sex is terrible. That's what she's going to do. She's going to tell you that. You understand? But when you show her the discipline and the order that the Most High gave to us, what can she say? What can she say? That's right. You're not a druggie.
Right.
You're a priest and prophet of the Lord. And then she should follow order. Read what you got.
Come. And the head of the woman is the man.
Uh-huh.
And the head of the Christ is God.
And the head of the woman is the man. You understand? I'm paraphrasing, but the scripture also says that a woman shall obey her husband as unto the Lord. Meaning her man tells her to do something, she should do it as if the Lord told her to do it, because that is her Lord. And the same way that a man, if you have rank in the school and there's a man above you, or not if you have rank in the school, but if you in the school and there's a man above you who has higher rank, if he tells you to do something, you would do it as what? As if the Lord is also telling you to do it.
That's right.
And that's how we keep order. That's how Christ, you understand, did what Christ did. And everyone loves who Christ is and what he did and what he sacrifices. But we don't ever understand that what Christ did, he was ordered to do. You understand? When Christ died, before Christ died, he took Peter into a mountain. And what did he do? He prayed to the Father 3 times. He fell on his face and he said, I pray that thou pass this cup from me. And the Lord didn't hear it. The Lord didn't answer it. And he went back again and prayed again and asked a second time. And he said that if thou will not pass this cup from me, then thy will shall be done. Meaning I'm going to go die. Now imagine having to do that. Imagine having to go die for something that you didn't do, for being completely innocent, and having to go and die for a nation of people who all we want to do is get drunk and sell drugs and be homosexual. And Christ had to do that. So you telling me your woman can't put on a shirt out?
Right.
You telling me she won't just, just not call the police on you every once in a while? She won't abort your baby. She won't put you on child support. You understand? She will, but you have to make the sacrifices that warrant her to do those things. And here's the beauty in it. If you make those sacrifices and she still want to put you on child support and have sex with every man in college, or have sex with every man on her work job, and have a work boyfriend, guess what the Lord gave you as a brother?
Way out.
Don't be scared to say it. It's the truth. Every brother was like, damn. I thought we weren't going to get into that. Hold on. I ain't bringing my girl to this class. Look. Go ahead.
Another woman. Sir.
Yeah, you go get you another one. Right? Simple. Go get another woman. Go get another woman who won't put you on child support.
Right.
Go get another woman who won't abort your babies.
Right.
Who won't try to slap you and pick up pots and pans and throw them at you and all of that nonsense that Medea does. Go get another one.
Right.
And spend all your time with her. And go out with her and buy her roses and post it. Post it on Facebook so she can see it. So that bitch can see that other woman is better than her.
That's right.
So she can see that. So she can question, why aren't you ever home with me? While she's sitting there making a poster for the feminist movement. And then you can post that this is the best woman in the world that I ever had. And she can look at that, and then she can understand that the other woman is better than her. And then she can be free. And then she can have a choice. She can either change and get rid of the feminist poster, and she could come inside the house and say, sir, what do you want to eat? What would you like? And that's simple. It's simple enough. It's not a secret. It's not a mystery. It's very, very simple. But she's not going to do that for some dope dealer.
Right.
She's not going to do that for some drug addict. She's not going to do that for some whore, for some child molester. You understand? She's not. And which is why, as a brother, you got to make sure that you're blameless. You got to make sure that you're blameless in the way that you are and the things that you do. You got to make sure you one West. It's hard to do those things to a one West brother. It's hard. You understand? Because you have something to stand on. And what does she have to stand on after that? Nothing. And she'll follow you. What we got? Where we at?
That's
is that the order structure?
Yeah, that was the end of that, sir.
Is it any more? Did I miss one? Did I miss a question? All right. And again, that power that a man has over a woman is not for you to abuse the power. You gave the mic?
I got Mike.
That power is not for you to abuse a woman. You understand? You get a woman, and of course you can have another woman, but the scriptures say what? That if a man taketh another wife, that her raiment and her duty of marriage shall not diminish. Meaning you can't take away from the wife that you have just because you go get another one. Which is why in the ISUBK, it is not counseled for a brother to just go and get multiple wives. It's not counseled to do it because a lot of us don't understand how to even have one wife. You don't understand how to even deal with one, let alone having to have 2 or 3 or 4. Is it lawful? Yes. Is it wise? No. It's not the wise thing to do for certain brothers, which is why you would have to get counsel first, which is why the 6-month rule in the ISUBK is very important. You allow that sister to come in here, shed herself of the world while you shed yourself of the world, and then y'all both can grow together so that you don't become some idiot who abuses your wife. You don't become so idiot who believes that just because you have testicles and she doesn't, that she has to obey your every word and drop down to the floor just because you said drop. Just because you said wash the dishes and clean it and do the laundry and fold them this way and make sure that they're crisp and make the little towelette on the toilet tissue look like a dove, think that she has to do it. Because some men will abuse their power, which is not biblical and it's not lawful. You cannot do that. You'll get taken to counsel, and the same way you abuse your woman, General Hyman gonna abuse you, brother. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you. You understand? So don't think that this is where you could just have your way with a woman. You got a woman, you better take care of her. You better be willing to die for her the same way that Christ died for you. That's right. That's it. I ain't saying you got to be all my queen and no, but you do got to die for her. That's an order. You understand? That's the law. What you got, all right?
God. Hey, so for somebody that has been searching for the truth and looking online and they stumble upon different videos and things like that, and they may all have the general consensus, hey, we are the children of Israel, Deuteronomy 28:15-68. They may say, okay, that's the truth. What convinced you that the ISUPK was it, the end all and be all of the truth? What was it when you were in the world? What was it that opened your eyes and said, nah, it's not them, it's not these fake Israelite groups, it was the actual ISUPK? Can you please explain what transformation or what you witnessed or observed or went through? And you can shorten it up, but just tell us what convinced you through your research that it was the ISUPK and no place else.
Of course, that's a very lengthy question, right? As far as explaining it, but just to keep it as short as possible. For one, the ISUPK is the home of the truth, and so for no other group or no other Israelite group to be able, if he was with us, he would surely have stayed. For no other group to be able to say or to lay claim of being the home of the truth, that for one was enough for me to draw a question as to how in the hell did all of these other camps come about? Like, how the hell did GMS get here, or IUIC get here, or Tazadakia, or he dead, Salakia, he gone now, but GOCC? How the hell did they get here if the ISUPK was the home of the truth and the point of being an Israelite was about brotherhood? It was about coming together and being Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians together. Also, and we're gonna pull the scripture so I can finish that point. And then also, these brothers was just real niggas. Salakia.
That's right.
When I heard, and again, sisters, stick with me. You understand? Like when a lot of things that you may hear a brother saying the truth, it's not about you. You sisters are Tawab. You're in here. You got your head covered. You understand? You're not dressed. You're not on some stripper pole. You're not a loudmouth dragon. But you have to be honest. You know that your sisters in the world are destroyed, just like our brothers in the world are destroyed. That's right. So when we say certain things, it's not directed to our sisters in here, but it's directed to sisters, just like the same things is directed to brothers in the world, but not our brothers in this room. That's right. But when I heard Captain Mawakwa say to some he was battling in Chicago, and there was some, I don't know what religion he was or whether he believed in African stuff, but he had like long dreadlocks and he had some woman with him, and they was back and forth with the camp. And Captain Mawakwa took the mic, man, and he got down there and he got into the brother's face, and he basically said, he came at him and he was like, "You coming to the truth." He was saying like, that woman, she shouldn't be getting it into our business. I'm dealing with you as a brother. I'm dealing with you as a man. You shouldn't be letting that woman get in our business. And then he didn't went on for a second. And then Captain Mawakwa was like, "And you coming to the ISUPK, and I'll show you how to put a bitch in check." I said, "Nigga, you just said that in front of everybody?" I was, and then I'm like, "Oh, surely he doesn't get no women." But then I met him, and that brother has women.
That's right.
I met brothers like Captain Tazariak, and I'm like, damn, how the hell? And not only what he said about women, but what they say about everything. How they talk about brothers, how they talk about gang. I heard the Ball Moth across the street. A gang of GDs, they surrounded him while they was at camp. And he looked at them in their face and he said, "You know what I think about gang members? I think that you're a bunch of..." Cowards. Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
And he said that to their face. And when I started seeing these things, I said, you know what? Them was the brothers that I want.
That's right.
Them is the brothers that I want to be with, because they don't hide what they got to say. But then after that, I started finding out that there was other Israelite groups. I remember being in Charlotte. This is one of my first camps with Mahayal. I wish he was still in here. Me and Mahayal, I think we just got our name, just came into the truth. And we got to camp early because we were so zealous. Like we like, man, we're gonna get to camp early. We're gonna scout out the place, even though we ain't got to. We're just gonna do it. We go down there and we see IUIC having camp. And we not dressed up or nothing. We just like Jakes in the world. We regular civilians. And we walk in front of the camp. We stand there listening. And then they start trying to talk to us. And we asked them. We was like, so who was the devil that the Bible speaks of? We asked them that. And they was like, I lie to you not. I lie to you not. They looked at us and was like, no, who the devil is. I'm like, who? Who's the devil that the Bible speaks of? They like, you know, come on, man. You know who the devil is. And that to me was just like, and of course we got checked for that. We got checked for going down there. Right. But that's something that always stuck with me, is that the scriptures say that Judah was bold as a lion. And these brothers in here, you can't be nothing less. You understand? You can't be nothing less but bold than a lion in this school. And then the brotherhood that's in here, like that's what I said, it's a long question because it's a lot. It's so many stories that I could give you, but the end all be all is that because this is where the home of the truth is.
Right.
Simple. When I look at fake Israelites and they talk about shalom, I almost want to throw up. Almost want to throw up when they say shalom, because I always want to ask them, where the hell did you learn that from?
Right.
Where'd you get that from? What tribe you from? I'm from the tribe of Judah. Where did the 12 tribe chart come from?
That's right.
Who created it? They don't know. But they in some group that took the chart. They go to camp and set up their camp. Who created the camp thing with the signs in front and the microphone?
Right.
They don't know. They just in there. But the One West created it.
That's right.
ISUBK at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York in 1969 created all of these things. But then because Tahar wants to sleep with white women, right, and wants to teach that you can have sex with 13-year-old girls and 12-year-old girls, goes to a major council in the school and then leaves the school because he's found to be wrong for what he's teaching, creates GMS. Because Bishop Nathaniel teaches that, you understand, that you can't have multiple wives, and that that if you don't have a job, you shouldn't be able to serve the Lord, and that if your woman is not in the truth with you, then you could divorce her. Because he wants to teach those things, he goes and creates IUIC. Right. Before any of you brothers get any ideas of wearing purple, you have to have a job. You can't be poor and be in IUIC. They won't allow you to be in there. Right. And if your woman does not believe what you believe, you're going to have to divorce her. You can't stay with her. Just giving you a heads up. You understand? And these things I started realizing, but the greatest thing was this, is when I heard of Commander General Yohana. When I heard of Commander General Yohana, and I heard about this brother, and his story stuck with me for my whole life, which is why, and this brother can attest. This brother, you know, I've had the honor of being able to be close with this brother in the past year or so, and he's been able to see where certain things should bother me, right? Certain things should get me off edge, right? And every time this brother sees something like that, he always asks, "You Tawab, sir? You Tawab? You good?" And I always say, "What? I'm good. No sweat. No sweat." Things that should be catastrophic. Things that any other man would go and curl up in the corner and just cry and drink themselves to death over. I say no sweat, because I heard of Commander General Yohana. And Commander General Yohana was in the school back in those days. He was there when everyone left. Right. And it was just him. And he had a wife who lived with him in Philadelphia, but there was a school that they had to keep. And because they had to keep the school open, he had to send his wife down south. And he sent his wife down south, and he slept inside of the basement of the school. And if you've seen the basement of a school, it's worse than horror movies. It's worse. If you've seen the picture, it's worse than anything you would ever imagine sleeping in. And he slept in that school. He slept in it. And his wife worked down south and sent money up so that they could keep the school open so that he could pay the bills. And then eventually a brother by the name of General Hyman walks through the door. And then they get to work. Eventually they have a Passover with 4 men. 4 men. 4. They get to work. And then eventually the next Passover, there's 12. Next one is maybe 20. And then now here we are at the 53rd Passover with thousands. With a whole army. With the Hebrew Academy that shakes the ground when they march.
Damn right.
And Commander General Yohana did that. And so for any man to have ever left him, he could never have my love.
That's right.
I could never join myself to him because he left Commander General Yohana and did his own thing. You understand? Read what you got.
Come. It's the book of 1 John chapter 2, verse 19. They went out from us.
They went out from us. They left One West. They left the ISUPK. Some of these fake Israelite groups, you ask them when they was founded, they'll say 2020, 2019. Like, what the hell made you think of doing something different? You understand? And this isn't the first time this happened. When Christ had his camp and when he was roaming the earth, Christ also had to go against other camps. You understand?
Right.
And Peter wanted to go and kill these other camps that were speaking. But what did Christ say to do? He said to leave them alone because they're going to bring glory to our name, which is what these other camps do.
That's right.
Which is why when you hear IUIC killing Joy Morgan, you say, damn, UPK was not wrong.
That's right.
When you hear Tahar and GMS teaching that they can have sex with little girls or that they going to be able to rape white women in the kingdom, you say, well, hold on, maybe them cult leaders ain't too bad.
Right.
So we allow them to go and teach when really we forgive them. We forgive them for what they've done. We forgive them why?
Because you can hurt them.
Because honestly, we could shut down every single camp they have.
Damn right.
Honestly. If you don't believe it, go and look up the videos of when they try to come against us. Go and look it up. Go watch it and see if ISUPK ever lost anyone. There's a video with Captain Tahar, Captain Tazariak, and one other brother who went up against 40 GMS members in Times Square in New York and destroyed every last single one of them. That's what made me be in the ISUPK because I'm not a loser.
Damn
I
right.
don't do that. You understand? Keep reading.
Come. But they were not of us.
But they were never of us. Them brothers was never in the truth. They were never One West. They was never UPK. They was never ready to die for you.
Right.
Never. Keep going.
Come. For if they had been of us,
If they were of us, keep going.
come, they would not slack. They would no doubt have continued with us.
They would have no doubt continued with us. So take that back to your fake Israelite group.
Right.
If the truth was already in the earth, like Revelation says, when in the book of Revelation, I'm paraphrasing, when it says the earth will open up her mouth unto help. That happened in 1969 with the truth. So if the truth was here and the 12 tribes and the knowledge of being Judah, Levi, Benjamin, Simeon, Gad, Manasseh, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, Ephraim, Zebulun, if the truth, Naphtali, if the truth was here and it came from 1969, then what in the hell ever made you leave to create something different?
Right.
Your own selfish desires, your own lust, what you wanted to teach, what you wanted to be the leader of, because you didn't get some rank, because you felt like a brother shouldn't have outranked you, because you felt like you were the best teacher, or you was the best apostle, or the best bishop. So you go tell everybody they got to wear purple, and you become Bishop Nathaniel.
Right.
Some faggot, some gay man who doesn't love women. You go become him. You go become Tahar, or you become Tazadakia, who is so in love with making money that he puts his face on buses, on charter buses, and tries to go and open up record labels. Tries to make deals with Def Jam and make record labels. You go be like him and go make money. Of course, money didn't help him.
That's right.
I think he died in 2019.
Okay.
Is there any more on that?
Come.
But
they went out that they might be manifest, it may be made manifest that they were not of us at all.
That they may be made manifest. They went out so that they could seek their own glory.
Right.
You understand? And that to me is a crime. To hear what Commander General Yohana had to go through and to know that brothers left because of whatever reason. There's many stories that I could tell you. Many stories of different brothers who left because Christ didn't come back in 2000. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being so gay that now because Christ didn't come back on January the 1st of 2000? What are we going to do? And now you blowing rod for cigarette butts? You going to go be gay now because Christ didn't come back? You going to go and what? Teach that you can rape women now? You was holding your urge to rape women for so long as he come back by 2000. You going to stay in order? You understand? That is a crime to me, which is why I could never be a part of them. I could never join them. I could never. You understand? There ain't no way that I could. It's not possible. It's not in my blood. But I'm just a certain type of brother. I'm just a certain type of brother. And then again, like I said, these brothers are the most hardcore people on the face of the planet Earth. The things that they say, the way that they are, the way that they move. I'm honored to be a part of the ISUPK. I'm honored to be called a goddamn cult leader. It's a damn honor. You understand? To be in here rather than be some kind of bishop. God. It's an honor to be in here rather than be some kind of a bishop or an apostle or whatever other nonsense you could come up with, man. And I'll tell you one other thing before we go. No matter what them Christians tell you, the women love us. They love us. They love us so much that they'll be with us even though we got 2 or 3 of them. And they'll stay. And they'll come in here and be pillars in the truth. Be the most beautiful Tawab women that you've ever met in your life, that you've ever seen in your life. Something that is so astronomical that you didn't even think is possible. And brother, you know, I'm the type of brother who is hardcore, but I also love women. So when I seen that, I knew that this was the place for me. You understand? And with that, who's on Shamar? I'm going to pass the class over to Peace and Officer Gaparia.
Security announcements. We're the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 8, verses 8 to 10. Ma'ashra, which means 10th in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation is the blowing of the trumpet, which is October the 1st, I believe.
September 25th.
Oh, so like it's September 25th. It's like it's the 25th through October.
The start of it is going to be September 25th and on Sunday in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Okay, no sweat. And just as a reminder to all Akim and Akwathium to check on social media such as ISUBK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUBK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, Amajim, which means to stand.